In the previous shlok, we saw that Krishna was addressed as Madhav, which means the husband of Madhavi, who is the goddess of fortune, whom we popularly know as Lakshmi Ji. And Pandav is Arjun, that is the son of Pandu. And now let us see what is happening in the Pandavas' side and what activities are going on. Shlok number 15. Panchajanya Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Pondram Dadamau Mahashankham Bhima Vrikodarah. Panchajanya Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Pondram Dadamau Mahashankham Bhima Vrikodarah. In this shlok, Krishna is addressed as Rishikesh and Arjun as Dhananjay. So first let's try to understand the meaning of Rishikesh. Rishik means the senses organ, and Ish means controller or the owner. So Rishikesh means the controller of the senses. Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna is the owner of all senses and he is situated in the heart of all the living entities and directs and guides their senses. In chapter number 18, shlok number 61, Ishwarah sarvabhutanam riddheshe arjun tishtati bhramya sarvabhutani yantra rudani mayaya. In this verse, Krishna is saying, Ishwarah sarvabhutanam riddheshe arjun tishtati. O Arjun, I am there in everyone's heart. And what do I do sitting in the heart? Brahmyan sarvabhutani yantra rurani mayaya. I, as Paramatma, direct each and every living entity. So, it's very clear that Krishna is in the heart of every living entity and he is directing all the living entities. But then does he direct each and every living entity in the same manner? Is there no difference between one living entity and the other? In answer to this, Srila Prabhupada says he directs in terms of the surrendership of the entity. And in the case of a pure devotee, he directly controls all the senses. We have 5 senses, sense organs which we know as. Pure devotees means one who has full faith in Krishna and does everything to give pleasure to Krishna. And the best example of a pure devotee is Arjuna. Now let's try to understand with the analogy of parents and children. One child who is completely surrendered, obedient and dependent on the parents for everything. So the parents have to take care of the child for everything because he is completely dependent on the parents. Whereas the other child who is completely independent. So in terms of care and attention, which will be given will be different in the case of both the children. The child who is independent, the parents will give independence to that child, thinking he wants independence. So take it and you can come whenever you want. And in the case of the first child, the parents will give all the care, attention and guidance. Why is it so? It is because the child is completely surrendered to his parents. Similarly, it applies on all of us. Depending on our surrendership, Krishna will give us the guidance. If we are not interested in getting the guidance from Krishna, then Krishna will say, okay, you do what you like and one day you will surely come back to me. I know it, but as of now, you want to be independent and want to enjoy yourself so you can do whatever you want. But for the devotees who are completely dependent on Krishna, then Krishna takes complete charge of that person. Such an amazing thing to know that how Krishna completely controls his devotees. And we have the best example of Arjun. Krishna was controlling the chariot of Arjun, and internally he was controlling his senses also. So in the case of a pure devotee, Krishna controls external as well as internal things. And in the coming verses, we will see that how much Krishna loves and is compassionate for Arjun, because he is a very pure devotee and a lover of Krishna. And Krishna is explaining each and everything to Arjun so lovingly. Now, we know that there is such a deep meaning of Krishna's each and every name. Had Srila Prabhupada not explained to us all of this, we would have never got this deep knowledge. The Lord has different names according to his different activities. For example, his name is Madhusudan because he killed the demon Madhu. Then his name is Govinda because he gives pleasure to the cows and to the senses. His name is Vasudev because he appeared as the son of Vasudev. His name is Devaki Nandan because he accepted Devaki as his mother. His name is Yashoda Nandan because he awarded his childhood pastimes to Mother Yashoda at Vrindavan. His name is Parth Sarathi because he worked as a charioteer of his friend Arjun. Similarly, his name is Rishikesh because he gives direction to Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Srila Prabhupada says, in Vedic culture, different names were given depending on the qualities and the activities of the person. Now let us know the meaning of Dhananjay. Arjun's one name is Dhananjay. The word Dhananjay means one who has amassed or fetched lot of wealth for his elder brother. Yudhishthir is the elder brother of Arjun, and he was doing Rajsuya Yagya, for which he needed a lot of money. So Arjun would conquer the other states and fetch the wealth for the expenditure in the fire sacrifices. Now, let's know the name of the different conch shells in the Pandavas' side. To begin with, the Lord Krishna. His conch shell is Panchajanya. Arjun's conch shell is Devadatta. And Bhim's is mentioned here as Vrikodhar, which means a voracious or a tremendous eater. Bhim used to eat a lot and used to do the Herculean task, which was unimaginable for any other person. For Bhim, it was not like this, that he used to eat a lot and do nothing and only sleep. He used to do the unimaginable Herculean task, like he killed the demon Hidimba. And the name of Bhim's conch shell is Pondra. When the conch shells of the Pandavas' side were blown by the famous personalities in the side of the Pandavas, it was very encouraging for all the soldiers. And in the Kauravas' side, there was nothing similar to the side of the Pandavas. Moreover, Krishna, who is the supreme director and the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji, were present in the side of the Pandavas. So the Kauravas were predestined to lose the battle, and this was the message which was announced by the conch shells in the side of the Pandavas. Now it's getting more and more interesting, and in the next shlokas we will come to know about the other famous personalities who are in the side of Pandavas and the names of their conch shells. Hare Krishna.